If you're looking for a couple of really easy recipes on your whole food plant-based journey, and if you want to know the changes I've made this year, then stick around. Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chew on Vegan, and welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, I'm a plant-based RN and I follow a whole food plant-based way of eating. I'm also gluten-free because I have celiac. And on my channel, you're going to find simple, basic, easy recipes that make it easy for you to live the whole food plant-based lifestyle. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe. And you can also follow me on Instagram for more plant-based content. I also invite you to check out all the links below for all the services I offer. I have a newsletter, I have an e-guide, I have an online course, which is actually $150 off right now. So it's a great time to get that. And also I will have the full recipe for today's recipes in the description box. I always put the recipes in the description box so you always have them. And I am still working on my cookbook and hoping to get that out in the spring. So I've talked a little bit about how I'm incorporating more protein into my diet. I've really noticed that it has helped me in many different ways. I have more energy, I'm sleeping better, I'm not having cravings, and I've noticed that what worked for me in the beginning of the starch solution is not working now. Most of it is, but there are some elements that I had to modify, and adding more protein was one of them. And today I'm going to show you my protein smoothie. It's really easy and it's delicious, and it's got 30 grams of protein. And I have found if I eat a good amount of protein in the morning, then I am good for the day. What I mean by that is I'm full, I don't have craving, and when lunchtime comes around, I'm ready to eat. And I notice that it really keeps me going in the morning. I'm not really thinking about food, I just can get on with my day. So it's been really helpful. I've also been sleeping better. It's been helping me in the gym, and that's really important to me as well. I know we have a lot of starch solution followers here, and I love the starch solution, and I will always do it. I love being able to eat the potatoes and the rice, and I love all the veggies that we eat, but I've had to incorporate more protein. So save your comments about what Dr. McDougall says about protein, about drinking your calories or drinking your veggies. I know all that, but I need to do what works for me. So I've made some modifications, and as a postmenopausal woman, things are different now than when I was in my 40s, 50s, even when I was 60. Just these last 7 years, I have found differences. I've been plant-based for 13 years, almost 13 years, and I've been on the starch solution for 4 years. And I was kind of doing it before that, but not 100%. So I've probably been doing the starch solution probably about 6 years. And it was great in the beginning, but I noticed over the last year, things have changed. So I'm not saying you need to do this. If the starch solution is working for you as you're doing it according to Dr. McDougall, then that's great. But if you're like me, if you're postmenopausal and you've been noticing that things have just not been working, then I invite you to check out my recipes. I think it's very important for each of us to find what works for them. I don't think any of us should follow someone blindly just because they're a doctor. I think you need to do your own research and do your own experimenting on yourself. And if things aren't working, then change things. You can always go back to what you were doing, but maybe consult with your doctor, get your labs tested, see what's going on, if there's any underlying conditions there. But if something's not working for you, then you might want to just think about modifying it. All right, so I'm going to get off my soapbox here, and I'm going to show you the smoothie that I make. And it's very similar to the smoothie that I was drinking from Dr. Brooke Goldner. And I love that smoothie. I have modified it so it works for my lifestyle, what I need. And I'm going to share that with you today. I'm also going to share with you a delicious chickpea soup, but I will have a kind of surprising ingredient in there. Nothing crazy, but something you might not think about putting into this chickpea soup. All right, let's get started. I'm starting off with some whole flax seeds. I do 1 heaping tablespoon. Then I'm going to put in 2 scoops of the Earth Chimp protein powder. This is 20 grams of protein, and I used this in my oatmeal in a previous video, and that will help boost up your protein in your oatmeal as well. So one. And I really like the Earth Chimp because it's very clean, no oil, no salt, it's gluten-free, soy-free, which I don't care about soy. And of course it is 100% plant-based. Then I've been adding in a scoop of this organic alfalfa. I've been hearing a lot of good things about this, particularly in regards to your hormones, helping to balance your hormones. So I'm definitely on board with that. It's just a tiny little scoop. And then I've got about 3 cups of curly kale. And I got this from my local farmer's market, super fresh. And then I like to pack this down a little bit. And then I add 1 cup of soy milk for another 9 grams of protein. And then I'm going to use water to fill up to the top of the greens here because I still want to keep it low calorie, but I do want that extra protein. So I'm going to go put the water in here. Then I'm going to add in a nice ripe banana. And then I have about a cup of pineapple and mango. This is frozen, so that's going to help make it cold too. If you want to add ice to this, that's also a great option. All right, I'm going to go blend this up. So I fill up this glass, which is 32 ounces, and then what's left over, I give to my husband. This recipe is about 37 grams of protein, and I'm figuring mine is 30 grams for sure. And then the leftover goes to my husband. So I want him to have a little bit. I'm not totally selfish. I'm going to enjoy my smoothie, and then we'll get going on that soup. All right, we're going to start our soup as I start all my soups. Onion, celery, and carrot. So for the surprise ingredient, I have a pound of shredded Brussels sprouts. And Brussels sprouts are really good right now. I just put them in my food processor and shredded them up. If you want, you can buy it pre-shredded, but I had some in the house, and this is what I'm doing with them. So we're going to dump this all in. And this is going to cook way down. I've got it on medium heat, and we're just going to let this go for 6 minutes or so till everything kind of softens up. And look at all this fiber, nutrients. I mean, this is going to be amazing. All right, we'll let this go for, like I said, 5-6 minutes till everything gets soft. And I'll add water if I need it. And then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. All right, these have been going a good 6 minutes, and you can see how much it has reduced down. Now we're gonna add some other ingredients here. I wanna add my spices. I have onion powder and poultry seasoning. I've also got some garlic. That mixed in. Then I've got about 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. And we just want to get this all incorporated. Tomato paste really adds so much flavor. It's made from sun-dried tomatoes, so the flavor is just very powerful, but in a good way. I wouldn't say it overpowers things. Definitely adds another layer of flavor. Now we're gonna add a can of diced tomatoes. We're gonna add 3 Yukon Gold potatoes, 1 can of chickpeas rinsed and drained, so there's our protein. And then we're gonna add 2 cups of water and then about 4 cups of veggie broth. And this is gonna make a ton of soup. So we just wanna get this all stirred in. We're gonna bring it to a boil and then let it cook for maybe 15-20 minutes till the potatoes are fork tender. And this is going to be amazing. Here we go, finished product. All right, let's give this a taste. This looks divine. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh, that broth is really good. Yummy. Mmm. Be sure and taste it, see if you need any salt. So salt and pepper to taste. I need some potatoes in here. Mmm. I added a little crushed red pepper on there because I always do. So just to recap, I love the starch solution. I will do the starch solution probably forever. I've just made some modifications for myself. My goal is not to be skinny. My goal is to be healthy well into my golden years. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to get up off the floor if I fall down. I want my muscles to be strong. I want my core to be strong. These are the things that are going to keep you healthy. And the decisions that you make today will impact you down the line in your golden years. So what you do today is really important. Your day-to-day decisions is what is going to predict your future health. And you may think that you're getting away with something when you're eating a bunch of oil, a bunch of processed food, fast food. Oh, I can just do a little bit here and there. Well, it's gonna all add up. It's cumulative. Remember that the decisions that you make today about what you put on the end of your fork, it is what is going to determine your health in the future. So don't worry about those last 5 pounds. Be at a healthy weight and concentrate on your health. Concentrate on being disease-free. This is what's going to give you the freedom as you age. So you can still drive, you're independent. I mean, these are things that are super important to me, and I'm sure they're important to you. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned something. If you did, please give it a like and share it with your friends. Just remember that all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet. And what you put on your plate determines your fate and your weight and your health. Until next time, thank you.